We are days away from the coronation of King Charles. The Union Jack is everywhere, on houses, on public buildings, and even on clothes. But another banner has been popping up as well. Maybe not as visible, but still important. The Not My King banner. I'm talking about these yellow posters. They follow King Charles everywhere he goes. Along with the posters, there are protests and loud boos. But the biggest one is scheduled for Coronation Day. Around 1,000 Republicans are expected to hit the streets. They want to spoil the King's party, to end the monarchy and replace it with an elected head of state, like here in India. The question is, how powerful are they? Some numbers first. Around 58% of Britons back the monarchy. That number was 75% 10 years back, so the popularity is coming down, but a majority still support it. Around 29% of the Britons say that monarchy is quote-unquote very important. Important for what? God knows, but that's what Britons say. But among the British youth, the number is much lower. In the 18 to 34 group, only 12% think that the monarchy is very important. As for the coronation, people don't really care. Only 9% Britons think it's a big deal. Many royal lovers see the coronation as an opportunity, a chance to reshape the monarchy. Ironically, the Republicans also think it's an opportunity not to reshape but to abolish the monarchy. And their trump card is the king himself. Charles is not his mother. That's something most royalists and Republicans agree on. Queen Elizabeth II ruled for 70 years. For millions of Britons, she was a constant part of their life. She was queen when they were born. She was queen when they died. Charles, though, is a different story. He had a failed marriage. He admitted to adultery. And his younger son, Harry, is leading a rebellion against the monarchy. Plus, the timing of the coronation could not have been worse. The UK's inflation is in double digits. There is a war raging in Europe, not the ideal time to spend public money on an outdated ritual. So Republicans feel their time has come. They're using social media to push their message. Hashtag Not My King is trending on most days. Their tweets have thousands of likes and retweets, but chances are it won't be enough. Not because Britons simply can't live without the monarchy, but because many of them don't really care. It's not love that's keeping the monarchy alive, it's the indifference. And I'll tell you why. The leaders of Scotland and Wales are against the monarchy. They do not want a king or queen, but the main political parties in England are okay with it. That's the Conservatives and the Labour Party. As long as mainstream parties do not bother, the monarchy cannot be abolished. And you can't blame them. Imagine you're the Prime Minister of Britain. Who would you prefer as the head of state? An elected leader with political clout, or a lame duck monarch who can only say yes to you? But beyond the UK, this coronation will force a rethink. King Charles will be the head of state for 14 countries. Many of them are wondering why. Australia's new government is thinking about ditching the monarchy. Jamaica is thinking about the same. The fact is, the monarchy simply is not what it used to be, and the coronation is a great way to analyze this. The last one was held in the year 1953. Queen Elizabeth was 27 years old then. Britain was losing colonies left, right and centre, so the Queen was their way of holding on to the past. Well, now, it's a very different story. If you hold on to Britain's past today, you could get cancelled. The guest list also reflects this change. In 1953, India's Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was in London for the coronation. This time around, the Prime Minister wouldn't even dream of going. India will be represented by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar. President Draupadi Murmu did attend the Queen's funeral, but she won't attend the coronation. And it's not our place to tell Britain what to do, but it is our job to lay out the facts. If Queen Elizabeth presided over a shrinking empire, King Charles could preside over a dissolving one. Remember, 17 countries removed the Queen as their head of state. 17 countries in 70 years. So the monarchy's end may not be swift or violent. It's likely to be slow and gradual. It may not even be triggered by the Republicans. Because the biggest threat to the monarchy is the monarchy itself, their extravagance, their entitlement, and their toxic family squabbles.